The Great Soul. Today we are diving into the life of one of history's most influential figures, a man whose ideas changed the world, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He was much more than just a political leader. He was a true revolutionary of the spirit. Who was Gandhi? Mohandas Gandhi was born in 1869 in India. He was a lawyer, activist, and moral leader who became the primary force behind India's struggle for independence from British rule. He's often called Mahatma, a Sanskrit title meaning great soul, which shows the deep respect people had for him. Gandhi practiced Hinduism, a religion that profoundly influenced his beliefs in nonviolence, truth, and simple living. The struggle for justice. Gandhi spent decades fighting against injustice and oppression. He first worked in South Africa to protest discrimination against Indian residents. Later, his main focus was to challenge the British colonial rule over India. Essentially, Gandhi was protesting the fact that the British government was controlling India, exploiting its resources, and threatening Indian people as second-class citizens in their own country. He wanted the Indian people to be free to govern themselves. A unique method. What made Gandhi truly unique was his so-called protest, which he called Satyagraha, meaning truth force or soul force. This method was based on the principles of nonviolent civil disobedience. Instead of fighting with weapons, he led peaceful marches, boycotts of British goods, and non-cooperation with unfair laws. This meant accepting punishment, like being beaten or imprisoned, without ever fighting back. His belief was that nonviolence would expose the injustice of the oppressor and eventually win the hearts of others. A famous quote. Gandhi famously said, "An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world go blind." This quote perfectly sums up his philosophy. It means that if we constantly seek revenge or respond to violence with more violence, the cycle of conflict will never end and everyone will ultimately suffer. He taught that forgiveness and nonviolence are the only path to true peace. The results of the movement. Gandhi's long, peaceful, and persistent movement was incredibly successful. After decades of struggle, the British government finally agreed to grant India its independence. In 1947, India gained its freedom, a moment Gandhi's method made possible. The successful use of nonviolent resistance inspired movements for civil rights and freedom around the globe. One of the most famous American leaders who adopted and adapted Gandhi's methods was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King used these principles of nonviolent civil disobedience during the American Civil Rights Movement to fight for equal rights for African Americans. Mohandas Gandhi's legacy is a powerful reminder that sometimes the strongest force is the one that refuses to use violence. Hello, class. Let's talk about the sad end to the life of an amazing leader. The death of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was tragically assassinated on January the 30th, 1948 in New Delhi, India. He was 78 years old and was walking to his evening prayer meeting, leaning on his grandnieces for support when the attack happened. His assassin was Nathuram Godse, a Hindu extremist who disagreed strongly with Gandhi's efforts to promote peace and unity between Hindus and Muslims, especially right after India was partitioned to create Pakistan. Godse approached Gandhi and shot him at point-blank range. It was a shocking and violent end for the man who had preached nonviolence for his entire life. But his legacy as a global symbol of peace continues to inspire people around the world. Now that we've read this article, we're going to take some time to answer some questions and do a big baseball card of Gandhi's life. Thank you, children.